malice murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty.
That was the first of nearly 24 guilty verdicts for Travis McMichael, Greg McMichael, and William Roddy Bryan in the death of Ahmaud Arbery. Outside the courthouse, emotional reactions from the family's supporters. And nearly 2 years after Arbery was killed while running through a Brunswick neighborhood, a day that brings some closure to his mother.
Early in, to tell you the truth, I never saw this day back in 2020. I never thought this day would come, but God is good.
And on this day, Travis McMichael, Greg McMichael, and William Roddy Bryan now face sentences of life in prison. The only question is whether or not the judge will give them the possibility of parole.
But their lawyers say their legal fight is not yet over. We just got statements in from Glynn County Police saying justice has been served. We recognize that there is hurt in our community and hearts are heavy with emotions. However, we are hopeful that we will all continue to heal together. Our hope is that today's verdict brings solace and peace to the family of Ahmaud Arbery. After today's verdict, we saw the three defendants led from the courthouse by law enforcement. And while there were some not guilty verdicts for Greg McMichael and William Bryan, all three men were convicted on charges including felony murder. Defense attorneys do plan to appeal the verdict, reached after more than 2 weeks of testimony and 10 hours of the jury's deliberations.
Our crews have been at the courthouse all day covering the verdict and the reaction to the decision. We start with Tarik and Denise Harris live in Brunswick.
You know, the jury sided very clearly with the prosecution in this case, saying that these three men instigated this confrontation with Ahmaud Arbery, essentially throwing out the allegations of self-defense and those arguments of a law that no longer exists on the Georgia books, which is the citizen's arrest law.
Another really big topic during this trial for the last 30 days or so was about supporters. In fact, there were many days that the defense called for mistrials because of the supporters that were outside. Those same supporters were here today, and they were very outspoken about the guilty verdicts. Take a listen.
It was a horrible thing that happened in our county. I'm from here. I live in Atlanta. I came home every single week for this community, for this family. I'm so happy that my friend Marcus, his brothers, his sisters, and his wife can now have peace. They can rest now. They can sleep at night now. I just hope and pray that they can.
And also today, we heard from the prosecution. The team was very celebratory and happy about getting the guilty verdicts. When we heard from them, they said there was a lot of hard work involved, but they were also extremely grateful that the Ahmaud Arbery family had trusted them.
Yeah, the prosecutor, the lead prosecutor in this case, says the jury agreed with the facts of the case, saying that Ahmaud Arbery ran for 5 minutes, and it was Travis McMichael and Gregory McMichael and William Roddy Bryan who intercepted him. Here's what the prosecutor said earlier.
We had so many people on the team that helped to bring justice for Ahmaud and his family. And we really, really appreciate the support that we had and the faith from Mr. Arbery, and from Ms. Wanda Cooper-Jones, who have been with us and have put their faith in us and trusted us to bring justice for Ahmaud. And the verdict today was a verdict based on the facts. Yes. Based on the evidence. Yes. And that was our goal, was to bring that to that jury so that they could do the right thing. Because the jury system works in this country. And when you present the truth to people and they can see it, they will do the right thing. And that's what this jury did today in getting justice for Ahmaud Arbery.
That was Linda Donakowski. She was the lead prosecutor on this case. She did the closing arguments as well. And she was a very powerful closing argument that she had. But she said she was very grateful to Arbery's family for trusting her and the rest of her team with this case.
Yeah, you heard her just there in front of the courthouse after the verdict, where a lot of the legal team came out and there was a lot of applause and a lot of celebration. We want to toss it now to reporter Marilyn Parker with more on today's reaction after the verdict. Marilyn?
You know, Tarik, a part of that applause and celebration, we got to hear from Wanda Cooper-Jones, and, you know, she was very, very emotional. We would see her from time to time come out during, you know, jury selection and the testimonies. We would get a word or two from her today, but I want you to listen to what she said leaving the courthouse today.
Wanda! 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 Leave it! Wanda!
Her family attorney, Lee Merritt, says, she's been praying for this moment since the very start of this, and you can't imagine how hard it's been for her to hear what the defense has been saying about her son. And we want to also bring you over to some sound that we got from Marcus Arbery. We spoke with him after hearing from the defense attorneys, who told us that they will be filing an appeal. Take a listen to what he said in response to Jason Sheffield saying that Travis McMichael and his father, Gregory McMichael, and William Bryan, they all feel incredibly sorry for what happened. This is Marcus Arbery's response.
I don't believe that. He knows exactly what he was doing. Him and his dad and Rod them planned it, and all they seen was lynching a black kid. So they know exactly what they're doing, because you had time to think before you ran out the house. You had your little boy, all you had to do was stay in the house with your little boy. So all you seen was a black little boy running down the street, and all you thought about is killing because you was on that racial thing. You lynched my boy. So it's a new day in Brunswick, Georgia.
And we also heard from defense attorney Kevin Goff as he left the courtroom earlier today. He said that he will be filing an appeal as early as Monday. Tarik, Denise.
Marilyn, there was also another interesting moment that happened today. The jury had asked to look at a couple of videos, and that was something that caused a little concern, right, Tarik?
Yeah, they were concerned that because they asked about the surveillance video, the cell phone video, and also the 911 tapes, that they weren't sure whether this was going to benefit the prosecution or was reviewing this video going to benefit the defense, right?
That's right. And, when we spoke with Ahmaud Arbery's aunt, she told us that she felt somewhat comforted that they wanted to review this video and 911 call yet again so they can be even more certain. Now, some of the other supporters tell me that did leave them a little bit on edge because they didn't know what it meant. Like there was some sort of divide between them. They didn't know if it was going to be deadlocked in some type of way, but ultimately it came out the way they wanted.
Yes, it did. Marilyn Parker, thanks for reporting to us live. A lot of the people we talked to, a lot of the demonstrators thought as if this was a cover-up from the very beginning because Ahmaud Arbery was killed in February and the police reports weren't necessarily clear about all the events that happened. And then lo and behold, now we have 3 murder convictions.
Yeah, 21 months later. And we'll continue to give you the highlights of today after the verdict. Ken and Mary, back to you.
Denise, Tarik, thanks for your live reports.
We've been hearing from a number of elected officials about this afternoon's verdict, and President Biden released a statement that reads in part, Ahmaud Arbery's killing, witnessed by the world on video, is a devastating reminder of how far we have to go in the fight for racial justice in this country. Mr. Arbery should be here today, celebrating the holidays with his mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, and his father, Marcus Arbery. Nothing can bring Mr. Arbery back to his family and to his community, but the verdict ensures that those who committed this horrible crime will be punished.
And Georgia Governor Brian Kemp released a statement this afternoon as well. Ahmaud Arbery was the victim of a vigilantism that has no place in Georgia. As legal efforts continue to hold accountable all who may be responsible, we hope the Arbery family, the Brunswick community, our state, and those around the nation who have been following this case can now move forward down a path of healing and reconciliation.
Well, we continue to get some good legal perspective here from our attorney here, Gene Nichols, who is joining us again. Thanks so much for being here with us.
Absolutely.
Gene, as we've talked through this, we're getting questions now from viewers as well. They're saying, hey, so why the men that were charged, so many counts, what seem to be the same charge? It's confusing to us if we're not attorneys.
Sure, so let's go through it. So in the state of Georgia, they really have 2 major charges for murder. The first one, malice murder, and that's what we have, at least that's what Travis McMichael was convicted of. Malice murder means that there was a murder committed with some form of intent or some form of depraved heart. All 3 were charged, but only 1 verdict came back guilty for an intentional killing. All 4 defendants were also charged with felony murder. And what felony murder means is they committed a felony, and during the felony, somebody died. What happened in this case was Travis McMichael was charged with all 4 felonies, and then felony murder for all 4 felonies, again, because somebody died, was convicted of all of them. We know that Gregory McMichael was the same. All 4 felony murders because there were 4 felonies and there was a death. The jury gave a little bit of deference to Roddy Bryan on one of the felony murder charges, saying that he was not guilty because he did not commit that felony. They also said that he committed 3 felonies because there was a death. He's therefore guilty of felony murder. So they were able to charge 5 different murder charges, but when it's all said and done, there will just be a sentence for one. He's not going to get sentenced. All these defendants are not going to get sentenced for every one of their convictions. They will all merge into one sentence, which we know will be a life sentence for all of them, some of them with the potential of parole.
When we watched their reactions, and there weren't many reactions when the verdicts were read, but I watched Greg McMichael's eyes when the first verdict is read and it's not guilty, malice murder. Yeah. The next one, right, is
the felony
murder.
Yes.
And his eyes closed.
Yes.
He knew then it's done.
Yeah, he knew at that point in time that it was going to go down the line, because it was pretty obvious at that point in time when Travis had gotten sentenced to all of them. Gregory knew it was coming. The only chance that anybody had at that point in time was Roddy Bryant, and whether or not he had separated himself enough from the other two. So I will tell you, even though Gregory knew he got out of the first one, he knew in his heart the rest of them were coming, because there's no way that the one McMichael got convicted of all of them and he would have received nothing. He was too involved in everything. Roddy Bryant tried to separate himself enough to say, I didn't commit these felonies. I obviously didn't commit a malice murder. I did not intend to kill Ahmaud Arbery. And so that's how he tried to separate himself. But when the jury decided he committed 3 of the 4 felonies, then felony murder was done.
Jane Nichols, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.